Okay, here we go. Another Desert Cup match between Myzel in the green playing as Aztecs and Nordigard in the teal playing as Khmer. So they started a little while ago, so I will soon fast forward a bit to catch up. We just have a quick look at the opening maps. So third gold, very forward for Nordigard, right next to a little hill here. Also the sheep might be a bit hard to spot, a bit far away. I think it'd be okay. Hunt as well, quite far away, but not too quite open map on Nordigard's side. And Myzel, he has an easier wall off on his left side, but then again his side towards Nordigard is pretty open here. So let's see how this plays out. I'm gonna fast forward quite a bit here to try and catch up with those players. So I'm hoping to catch up with live game time here. We'll see what happens. So Nordigard already with the farm, but you could do that as Khmer, you're saving wood anyway, so. And he's already securing his woodland a bit here with a house before the lumber camp actually. So walling towards the TC here. See both players walling. There's a barracks opening for Myzel, probably to be. Let's see, what's his Resar like? Yeah, it's a drush from Myzel. Yeah, I can fast forward again later if needed. Okay, so runs into TC fire here, unfortunately, Myzel. So his militia take damage before they can do anything, but here they are able to block one lumber villager. So this should be a villager loss for Nordigard, and villager count in Myzel's favor, but that's because Nordigard is already in feudal age. He doesn't have a barracks because he's Khmer and he could just go straight forward. I don't know what this house is about, it's kind of a quick wall, but yeah, so he secures his berries sort of here as well. And Nordigard actually loses his scout in Myzel space, so that's gonna limit his nice quick wall here, leading the army of Myzel towards Nordigard's TC again. So Rush not doing, did intercept one villager though, they did kill one villager idling this wood line. Now a stable coming up from Nordigard, but that's not gonna do much because Myzel is full walled. Still an annoyance here to be dealt with, and this villager is weak, but should be fine. This one is blocked, but again, more idle time from Nordigard here, but at the same time he is in feudal age, Myzel is not, and he's actually, well, he's closing in on clicking up, but this might be producing slightly more, is still producing from TC. Going straight to stone, so he wants to go for some towers, maybe defensive, maybe offensive, we'll see. And Nordigard now also dropping a archer range. And Myzel going for feudal age. Let's have a look at Nordigard's dress, how it's. Okay, so he's not going to take Castle Age anytime soon, so Myzel might be in a better spot overall in the end, with more villagers going up to feudal age. I'm also a bit curious about the scouts, but Nordigard has limited scouting, so he's placed a house foundation here for some reason, maybe it was for scanning purposes. The scouts are out. Also completing some walls here. The thing is, these scouts won't really do much, but I don't know what the idea is with 2 forward builds here. Maybe he wants to drop a tower and go on a tower and scouts or something. Or outposts. Interesting. So the militia still causing trouble at Nordigard's base. Quick ball here would be ideal, but most of this army is weak, so it will go down if he fights back with villagers. Trying to secure the weak one here. I think she will go down. Oh, she can garrison in the house, that's right. Oh, garrison! Oh, nice. Nice save there, saving a 1 HP villager. And probably able to deal with the militia here finally. Now forward tower for Nordigard is blocking Myzel's side goal. The main goal is still here. No, I don't think Nordigard knows about that one. Market blacksmith going down for Myzel. Should indicate he will click up to Castle Age soon. He's missing some food, but that's it. And now a counter tower. So Myzel will wall himself in, so he's safe from scouts attack, but he's not safe from towers and range. So if Nordigard puts down another tower now on this gold here, then Myzel will be effectively out of gold. And denying Myzel the gold, that means denying the monks that inevitably are to come later. So that might not be such a bad idea. A little bit of archer skirm coming forward here as well. So Nordigard is garrisoning units, ranged units into the tower, so he will still get the extra fire, but he won't be able to repair this one, so maybe it's just a diversion, so to speak. Myzel still missing some food and gold to click up. Is now totally off gold for the moment. He could still use the market, sell some wood, buy some food even if need be. So Eagle Scouts for Myzel. So once this tower goes down, the Skirm and Archer should be no match for Eagles here. Nordigard still succeeds in causing idle time for Myzel though, and he should be clicking up soon. Maybe he will even click Cast Edge before Myzel actually. Spur, you don't even need the buildings to click up, so once he has enough gold now, Nordigard, he will be up. And the scouts can handle the Eagle Scouts here, but there's a spear here, and none of them have any upgrades, but there are some archers here as well, no archers and skirms, so I think this is Nordigard's fight in the end. Needs to watch out for the spear here though. And they're both on the way to Castle Edge, Myzel actually clicking first in the end. So getting some repairs in here, and it means this tower would likely go down, but Myzel is already on the other gold here, so okay, I'm gonna fast forward a bit and try not to lose as much action to hopefully get up to the live here. So it's Castlade from Myzel, adding monastery, so the monks will be coming soon. Nordigard also up, he's going for the knight's approach. Knights are in, but monks are out. So I think the attack sounds are a bit too loud, so I'm gonna change this a bit. And monks are probably getting 2 conversions here, probably gonna get the 3rd one as well. So nice trade for Myzel there. It puts Nordigard down to 2 military. So let's see what these 4 wills will do now. We'll continue to fast forward a bit, hopefully catch up to live gameplay. Lots of villagers forward for Myzel now. Is he gonna drop a castle? Yeah, indeed he is. This is quite ambitious, but with the monks backing it, it might... Well, need some monk micro here, but even more conversions will come in, and Nordigard more or less out of army in the end. So there's nothing here to guard these monks though, so if there had been a few scout or light cav out, they could have dealt with this. But the HP also already from Aztecs getting the upgrades, it's rising. I think he cleans up all the building villagers here, so this is Doubt Castle for now, and Myzel will also know, but he will now break through the palisades of Nordigard here, possibly. He's in. So the converted knights also get the exact same upgrades as the player had. It's a lot of Aztec knights here. It's 6 knights now, 8 knights now from Myzel that have been converted, and they got down to 1 military. So he's adding more stables. But since Myzel doesn't have any pikes as of now, I think adding some light cab into the mix maybe would be something against the monks, although they are quite tanky. Forward siege workshop as well now from Myzel. So Nordigard under heavy pressure right now, but he also has a sneak siege workshop on the side here, which Myzel doesn't know anything about. That could make some difference here. What's in it, by the way? There's a ram, okay. Yeah. We should indeed make some pikes to counter his own knights. But he doesn't have a barracks, right? So he would need to build a barracks as well, that might be the... But he built stables, so... And I guess he's... yeah, he has the +2 attack now. Actually, not the +2 defense, but... So he successfully chases Myzel away now. That's still there's 6 Aztec knights in the field now. The eagles running in now. They're still scouts though, but warrior upgrade kicking in. How's the... yes, the attack, I think. And defensive castle for Nordigard. And petards, look at these petards! If he sends all of those in the castle now, it will go down, I think. Oh man! Myzel with an ingenious move. Petarding the castle foundation. And I think 1 TC will go down here now, and that's lots of stone down the drain from Nordigard, so there's no way he's adding another castle anytime soon. He also hasn't done anything with support down here, he has to defend his home, of course. And I think there's even jaguars in the field now, from the attack zones, with even more. Another petard here. So village count population is half for Nordigard as compared to Myzel. Really strong push from Myzel there, and look at all the conversions he's got. It's going to be interesting to see in the stats. Yeah. Myzel gets the style points prize for sure. So are some scouts in the mix. Is he converting the villagers now? No, he's converting the light cav, a scout cav actually. So yeah, really powerful forward here. Maybe Nordigard doesn't know Myzel's style just yet, so next game should be interesting to see. But this certainly looks like Myzel's game. It's 84 to 34 villagers now, 50 villager lead with Aztecs versus Khmer. And I reckon we will see the GG coming in soon. Villager count 42 to 7. Sending some villagers forward though. Where are you going? Escaping and rebooming, or so adding scouts and knights here. Actually, placing a cast in Nordigard is not giving up yet. He wants to sustain this. Looks like he's looking for neutral resources to take or something. But I think this castle will be denied as well, yeah. Sneak boom, yeah, exactly. It doesn't have any resources to boom from though. So villager count now to 26 now for Nordigard. This is over. Has to be. There it is. GG. Myzel loves his Aztecs, but now he's spent his Aztecs and needs to find a different sim to play for next game. So, one up for Myzel. So huge equally, the Aztecs also have an eco advantage to begin with. KD quite similar actually, but Nordigard obviously lost a lot on his home base. If he had gone straight for archers instead of the scouts, I think he could have done more damage to Myzel, although he did add the tower. Where is the conversions? Yeah, look at this. 21 units converted. So pretty late feudal for Myzel, but of course his rush did the job and delayed and even killed a villager or two. Oh, it's gonna be toward main menu. So hold on for a bit while I seek up the next game. So Let's see if we can find any intel on home map. So Nordigard is, I wouldn't be surprised to see him picking Serengeti as home map, since that's a map that's been in the ranked pool and is also a familiar map from earlier versions of this game. Right, so looks like it's gonna be Serengeti, and they will probably launch any moment. And we're live. So this time Burmese, another strong monk sim for Myzel. So Myzel in the green again, playing as Burmese sim with strong infantry and strong monk techs. So maybe we'll see some infantry offensive again with because the infantry get +1 attack per age starting in feudal age, and the monster techs cost half. And even battle elephants get a unique tech, so should be interesting to see how this plays out. It looks like a decent base for Myzel. Serengeti is also always kind of hard to wall, but this go pretty close to the TC, and berries and hunt in the back, even at the same spot. Only 1 mill is needed here. And on Nordigard side, a bit more tighter, nice woodlines in the backish, but its hunt is kind of been blocked by the woodline here, so in one way it can be it's really hard to push when they're hidden behind the trees like this. But you could of course place a mill, but it's still awkward with the walking distance for the villagers and stuff. So, but Nordigard Frank's quite likely to use the mobility advantage with the scouts here, but we'll see how it plays out. So he's pushing some ostriches in here, which is nice for the extra food income. 3 on wood, suggesting a scout build, a house here. Already bringing in the elephant, so that's gonna cause some food decay here, I think. So what's Myzel doing? He's actually going for the wall approach. We're pretty greedy walling on the side here. Let's have a look. So he doesn't know what it looks like to the sides here, but this wood line makes it, I'm sure there are some holes in here, but if he goes for it, he might be able to keep the scouts forward, or at least get some heads up before they come to his base. Really awkward for both players to hunt behind woodlands like this though. It just essentially eliminates pushing, because these animals act so weird when you try to scare them into your TC. Yeah, So Nordigard taking a bit of advantage of the Franks berry bonus. They collect berries faster. So he will likely click up soon. He's at 18 pop now. He's finishing up the elephant here. Yeah, he's gonna. And there's the mill. So no farms yet though. So with 5 of wood, 1 on wall. He really wants to keep those scout out, but I'm sure there's it is of course open on this side, and there might even be an opening in between the trees here, like here for example. So still missing like 100 food to click up, but it could be a 22 pop scout rush for Nordigard. Okay, Myzel has found this opening. Nordigard also sees the mill walling, so he knows there's some walling here. Oh, and I hope Myzel didn't spot the scout going through there. Yeah, maybe he sees there's a hole. Nordigard going up. Myzel not just quite there yet. He hasn't added any military building yet either. And Nordigard scouts hunt and berries of his opponent, so that could be causing some damage later on with scouts unless Myzel is able to actually finish off walling off here. Yeah, there are walls, but I don't think they will. I don't think he will be able to finish the walls in time for at least 1 or 2 scouts to come forward here. It's just such a huge area. But we'll see. I might be wrong. I think there's still an opening here or here anyway. But don't let your scout reveal that for myself, Nordigard. So barracks going up for myself. Assume he's placing the stable as well, yeah. So let's see if Nordigard is able to deny Myzel's walls before it's before the scouts can come out. There's no stable is not just yet, so he might actually Myzel actually might be able to pull off this wall here. It's a massive wall on Serengeti. There's full H in for Myzel at 25 pop. Could he be going for a kind of a fast castle here again? He should be on the safe side now. Nordigard still producing scouts, getting at least 1 more scout in, 2 more scouts. And now he's looking for openings. Let's see his point of view here. And runs into the spear here. He might lose 1 scout here unless he pulls back. Yeah, he loses 1. He could lose the other one as well. And looks like there was actually an opening here until Myzel plugged it. So archers already to complement Nordigard's scouts. So if the scouts will deny some quick walling behind here, so if they get in, Nordigard couldn't cause some damage before Myzel is even able to click up to the next age, unless he has already done so. And he's staying field age producing here. So nice to add some spears here to focus. Should be able to focus down these now. Needs to pull the scouts off, okay, of course. Yeah, it's impressive walling indeed. It's can't believe he pulled it off in time actually. But then Nordigard, he went up in the end at 23 pop as well, so it turned out to be a slower scout rush than what is possible with Franks. He could have gone earlier if he had the food count for it. He needs to dodge this spear or collect his army so the archers can pick off here. There's a defensive tower for Myzel. That's going to help against the archers, but not really against the scouts. They can just run and dodge. And he's also not keeping his army all together here, so if you have the scouts helping out here a bit, maybe more damage can be done. He is actually losing archers here, and Myzel might be able to close the gap again. But now Nordigard has one villager inside actually. So, so I wonder what she's going to do. Alright, placing a very not hidden archery range here. And picks off Myzel's villager here. So what's the resources like? Nordigard has lots of wood, so it looks like he's balanced his economy towards more archers here. Adding the market now, he could use the market to balance the economy and actually click up to the next stage. And he will need to get to Castage, I think, to do any real damage to Myzel because he's adding defensive towers here. So. No, last game it was Myzel applying the pressure the whole time, but this time Nordigard is pushing back. He broke in and is even adding forward the buildings here. Adding a forward blacksmith actually, so he doesn't need to idle builders at home to do that. But it looks like Myzel wants to go forward. These are men-at-arms with an extra attack due to Burmese infantry bonus starting at from feudal age with +1 attack. So. But Nordigard is aware he will lose this scout, but he will also know that there's some kind of army coming forward. I wonder why he picked Burmese. Yeah, they have both strong infantry options and monk options. I would say they're strong in overall. Also, you have the Iron Buy with the mobility, right? In Castle Age. Could be used. So now Nordigard putting up a defensive tower here, but there are also a few men-at-arms here, so they could assist in the taking out the tower. But nice of Nordigard to secure his stone here because Franks, after all, they have cheaper castles, but this is also gonna delay TCs, deploying TCs in the next stage. So Nordigard spots some weak units here. He could pick off another one here with some help from a villager. Now Myzel actually has added scouts on his own. It's a bit surprising to me, but so what's the forward doing here is adding some more archers here. They probably have fletching by now. No, not yet. But garrisons the TC, gets down even more army. This tower will go down, but still not doing significant damage here, other than idle time, which is straight. Yeah, sure, can toggle team colors. I really like green though. So Castlish is in for Nordigard. He's adding forward siege now. And I think he managed to mine enough stone to place the TC here. And villager count is 11 to 1 for Nordigard now. What's Myzel up to? He's sending lots of villagers to wood and gold now. So these are for the inevitable monastery, I think. So in that sense, it's good to have archers as well, or to become crossbows, because they could more easily take out monks than before potential conversions. Myzel also expanding a bit to the sides here. He does have more villagers, so he could potentially have a bit stronger eco, but it looks like that's quite similar between them for now. Now adding another barracks. He's researching supplies, but he cancelled it. Okay. I was going for Bloodlines. Is that stable coming up now? Okay, he started building a barracks, but now he's adding a stable instead. He might be reacting to the crossbowmen actually, and wants to add knights to fight this small army of crossbowmen. So I'm almost a bit surprised we haven't seen a monastery from Myzel yet, but I'm sure it will come. So Nordigard annoying a little bit with his starting scouts here, the first scouts he produced, I believe. Adding some crossbowmen, not the most usual play to see from Franks, but you do adapt to what's happening, and it's turned out well for him to be able to snipe pikes or spearmen coming towards his own scouts. I'm pretty sure Nordigard doesn't know about that Myzel has extended to the sides, so he only has this limited scouting here, so if Myzel expands up here, he could protect out of a new economy. Yeah, it's a hotkey for team colors, the Gauss. You could also use it in team games, and then it would show all of your opponents as one color, as red, I think, and you and your team with yourself with blue and the team with yellow, I think. So some knights running out from Myzel. Peculiar choice, I would say, because Franks already have stronger knights, even though Nordigard doesn't produce any for now, but yeah, there's one here, so. But with bloodlines, their HP is the same, but Myzel actually has more upgrades on them. So if this turns into the fight, that's Myzel's fight to win. Even the Scorpion behind here helping out a bit. But some damage being done on the left side here now. This the monks are out somewhere. So on this side, yeah, must have been on this side. Okay, so he converted one again. Yeah, this hill would be super to castle or something. He has the stone for a castle now, so you could take this hill. But also it makes sense to protect your eco at home a bit, so this is nice and protects both farms and gold, so I would say that's a good castle. And Myzel going forward now, what's he planning to do? Could be forward stables of some kind. And this could be denied actually, because there are 5 knights forward here. And then Ludwig is busy beating down the towers here, is going for university for ballistics here, and he won't be able, maybe we'll be able to repair the mango just in time. But then he needs to pull this one away as well, and elephants are in. So Nordigard might need to add a monastery of his own as well. Oh, but Myzel taking the hill here. Can Nordigard see that? He doesn't see it! Oh, that's a nice castle from Myzel with only 3 villagers. I hope Nordigard will spot that though. Some knights raiding his base as well. And crossbows trying to take out Magdalena. I believe Myzel maybe converted this Magdalena as well. And if Nordigard doesn't see this castle, he's in a real tough spot here. And has cleaned up Nordigard's forward here. He will finish this castle, unfortunately, outside of Nordigard's line of sight, and he will see just as this villager gets attacked when it's up. Let's see his reaction. There we go. He doesn't reach this point for now, though. Yeah, he's lost his position a bit, hasn't he? But then again, you see Myzel expanding to the sides, and it's not in Nordigard's vision. So if I were in his position, I would think that I was in a lot stronger position with my forward. That I did a lot more damage than you actually are doing. Because look at the villager count, it's in Myzel's favor. They are both on 2 TCs, I think, but obviously less idle time for Myzel. No, 3 TCs for Nordigard actually. So let's see if he can catch up. Eco should be able to catch up. He can afford another castle soon, so I guess he will protect this hill for wood lines and stone and do another defensive castle, but remains to be seen. But Myzel is going Imperial Age first, and Nordigard is missing a lot of resources to do that just yet. So I see Myzel taking more and more of the map. He's taking control of Castilier and Thesis here and there. Now he's producing battle elephants from 2 stables. But now Nordigard is taking the gold on the hill here. That could be something. Maybe Myzel doesn't see that, and they have 1 castle each on their hills close to their bases. So maybe he gets lucky. Myzel, let's see. Can he spot this? But now here's some army to defend the villagers as well. It's a ballsy castle building with only 2 villagers, but then again Myzel did it with only 2 villagers on this side. But he's adding Aaron by as well, and they, although missing upgrades for now, they are potential good raiding unit to come. Forward barracks as well. Could go for, I don't know if he wants pikes or militia. But looks like this castle will go up as well, and Myzel will notice it only as it starts attacking this house. Interesting development again. Also, Nordigard reaching Imperial Age not so much later than Myzel, so let's see who gets to try pushing first. Yeah, okay, so the castle doesn't auto attack, so Myzel still doesn't know anything about this, and there's the mining camp. So when Myzel goes to expand to this goal, they will be surprised. So Iron Bar with no upgrades. Don't think there's a university for Myzel either, so they won't have any ballistics or anything like that. So elephant, Iron Bar, pikes, and Frebs. Can Franks counter Iron Bar? That's a good question. Helps and Cavalier maybe? Paladin? I don't know. Or maybe Scorpions. I don't think I've seen as much as before. So Myzel now going for the wood line here on the side, I think. I'm sure he'll get some hits in. Yeah, just looking around a bit. We'll lose 1 to TC Fire there. And still no upgrades, I believe. let's see. He gets a few kills here. Nordigard didn't add any tribes yet, he had to add defensive tribes here. He needs to fight uphill here. And both of the castles are on safe ground, not on the shattered ground here. I think... okay, this will go down. Yeah, Bloodlines, that's true. Let's see how this goes though. Okay, seem to have decent armor here against knights. But don't they get attack upgrades still now? Or don't they get anything like that at all? There's 3 tribes that needs to be pushed back here though, and there's some pikes stopping any knights from getting there. 2 TCs will go down for Nordigard here. Okay, only elite. Yeah, still good attack, of course. So lots of red on the map now. It looks like Myzel is taking serious map control here. And it's going to be a 2-0 set for Myzel. So villager escape here. Will any of them make it? The guy hoping to expand to the sides and reboom, but most of these guys will never escape, unfortunately. 100 to 55 villager population and military lead from Myzel. This castle actually went down, but of course Nordigard's main base is more or less destroyed here, so it's GG. So now it's easy up here, but you should garrison as well, yeah, to get a knight. And save some builders here, but there's just room for so many in the TC, so once he produces a builder, it will die to the knights. So Nordigard keeps going, but I think there's really not any way back for him for now. Here comes some elephants as well. Some siege. There's still a potential for reboom, of course, but then let's look at the rest, and it's pretty extremely in Myzel's favor in eco here. He has a huge military lead and population triple on Nordigard, and the GG is called. GG, well played. I'm just gonna check that Iron by what it's actually classified as, because it got me curious. Here it is. No, that's Aztecs. Once again. Why doesn't it select the civ that there is? Verbeed. Cattle. Alright, unique cavalry archer, so it's sort of classified as a cavalry archer, but okay, upgrades, hit points, stable accuracy, university, yeah, so yeah. Nice one. So let's have a look at the stats here. Largest army for myself, a few conversions again, but monks weren't really playing too huge overall in this game. I think he converted one Magon Islands of Knights, and that was pretty much it. Economy. So walling off his base paid off a lot for myself. He was prepared for whatever was coming, even though Nordigard got some sneak forwards in, but just wasn't able to do enough damage to set myself back. Even all 5 relics captured from myself. Yep, so that's it for the set cup for today. So thank you for watching. We'll do actually kind of a recap of earlier played games on Wednesday, because then we'll cast a few sets with recorded games. So that will be Wednesday at 19 at 7 GMT. So then we can stop by from some games that haven't been shown on stream yet. So anyway, thanks for watching and welcome back some other time.